Every single time that a new NHL video game drops, there's always some sort of new meta, and this year is no different. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you two different ways that you can score in NHL 25 that are honestly pretty consistent. Now I know that there's a million other ways that you can score consistently in this game, but I've found that these two work very well, especially in HUT. The first one that I'm going to show you is probably one you've already seen or heard about before, and that would be the D-to-D one-timers. Now there's not really much explaining to do for this one. I mean, it's really just in the name, but this works especially well in HUT because you have defensemen that can just crisscross with each other on the blue line, and once each defenseman is on their offside for their handedness, you can pretty easily trigger a one-timer. And with the skill-based one-timers added this year, where you have to really precisely time the one-timer in order for it to be a good one, they honestly are kind of overpowered like right out of the gate in NHL 25. I would imagine there might be some kind of patch coming eventually, considering how overpowered they've been, but for right now it is pretty useful, so you might as well try it out. So in order to do this, you want to make sure that your defensemen are on their offside. Now usually the left shot defenseman will line up on the left side, and same for the right shot defenseman will line up on the right side. Obviously you can change this in your lineups before an online versus game or a HUT game, but if you don't feel like doing that, then you can just cradle the puck at the blue line and then switch sides. And once you see the gray target underneath the other defenseman's skates, that's how you know that it's lining up for a skill-based one-timer, which is what we're going for. I would say these kinds of shots go in more than half the time, which is honestly pretty overpowered. Now obviously yes, you can do this with any player on the ice that has the gray target underneath their skates, but it does work especially well with the defenseman at the blue line. Not to mention if you have someone screening in front, they can always try to tip the puck, which makes it even more successful. The second method that I'm going to show you has been pretty consistent for me in HUT, but for some reason I can't really seem to get it in World HL. So if you have any tips for that, let me know in the comments. But essentially it's a short side snipe once the goalie goes down in the RVH. And if you don't know what the RVH is, ask one of your goalie friends because I honestly have no idea. But it stands for reverse vertical horizontal, but it just leaves a little bit of a crack underneath the bar and next to their head. And I've been scoring a lot of these below the goal line. And the best way that I've found to get this consistently is to open up your hips with a little bit of a mohawk with L2 right before shooting. Now this kind of shot works best when you have a right-handed person going down the right wall or a left-handed person going down the left wall. And right before the goal line, you just want to open your hips by using L2, which I think gets the goalie to stutter a little bit and force them into an RVH, which then you can use that positioning of the goalie to just snipe it short side. And I've had games where I've scored goals like this like 2 or 3 times, which is honestly way more than expected.
How did that go in? Dude, back to back? Is this broken? What is going on?
Dude, how many times am I gonna score that? It's every single time! Come on! This shit is broken! How does it go in every fucking time?
If you want to see more tutorials like this or any more tips like this in general, then let me know in the comments, and I'm out of here.